and greetings. Salute and greetings. This is your elder brother Blacklight. This video here will be entitled The Art of War. Self-defense for the black man. Detroit, this one is about you, mostly, because you lost your black power. The black people in Detroit, Michigan is like the monkey in the middle. They're between a rock and a hard place. This is about the election. You got two black people up against each other. But you got the real monkey in the middle. The very shrewd trickster. Got the black woman who's a Republican. And you got the black man who's a Democrat. When black people shouldn't be in it at all. Especially with the history that Detroit has. Now, the black woman supposed to be a spy for Donald Trump. But let's see what this is all about before we run out of time.
Straight up racist. They're trying to say that black folks can't count. And when you have these people that come in there and talk about they're intimidated by a Black Lives t-shirt, what are you intimidated? Why does that scare you?
Well, you know, Artisha, why don't you address that concern about the intimidation factor?
I'll be happy to address it now. He's using intimidation right now. But guess what, Charlie? My mouth will not be sealed. He's not telling the truth. The next day, it was November the 4th in the daytime when you saw all those people gathered at the windows. I was there on election night. And yes, there were a lot of people that were not colored. Come on, be quiet. I gave you a chance.
Colored?
Okay, so and this lady right here will tell you that
oh man.
The polls that night, we did not bang on anything. We came in there, we were polite. In fact, the poll workers were told they cannot talk to us. We were told we cannot talk to them, but we had several of them hitting on me.
All right. Well, let me just in the interest of time, though, at this point in time, though, Greg does make a point, though, that we're talking about 140,000 votes that separated the two candidates here in Michigan. I mean, that's either a lot of dead people or a lot of votes that were fraudulently. At what point, Artisha, do you think the president should concede the election? What is it that you have to see in order to say, President Trump, you had a good run, but it's over?
When this case goes all the way to the Supreme Court, there was fraud at its finest. We are not stepping down. We are not giving in. And now from now on, I will be this lady from Detroit. Thank you for that compliment, sir.
Greg Bowens, what's the problem with is there any problem with the recount? I mean, is that really a problem? You must be confident that the numbers will be the same, right?
Of course I am. We're very confident that the numbers will be the same. As long as they pay for it, they can do whatever they want. But it's not going to stop the certification. I mean, what's interesting is that, like I said, we're all in this together, but the truth of the matter is that whenever there is an issue, the first thing they want to do is try and play the race card and undermine the legitimacy of black folks. That we're not smart enough, we can't count, we can't run things, and this, that, and the other. Even the president's own Homeland Security team said this was the most secure election in American history. That includes Michigan.
Greg, are you calling the Trump?
That's your thing.
But are you calling the Trump people racists? asking for a recount?
Now see, she called something wrong. The sister said colored people, you know, referring to black people. I mean, my grandmama was the last one to use that terminology, referring to black people as colored people. And my mother used it sometime, but she knew better. My grandmama knew better. But they were trying to assimilate and was taught to hate their own people. Now, a lot of black people, the majority black people that see this video won't go along with it. But I want to ask those black people, I think you're caught up in the BS, because all this time it took for us to get a black president, when we got one, things got worse. You just was happy because you seen somebody black in the White House. That was to persuade black people to get into the political game. But this is the White House, not the Black House. Have things changed for the better? And you're talking about COVID, walking around with masks on. This is what we should be concerning ourselves with. What's next on the Agenda 21 menu? This is Black Light. Stay tuned for the next video. We're going to explore all of these subjects, get deep into it.